Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ, and we are back on the next episode of Redstone from scratch. The Redstone series where I'm going right from the start, right from torches and repeaters, and working our way up further and further into more and more advanced stuff. So, we've gone through redstone torches and repeater uses, we've gone through logic gates, which are very important, we've gone through T flip-flops, we've gone through RS NOR latches and RS NOR latch arrays last episode, and today is the bud switch. But it's the updated bud switch now that we have redstone blocks. They make things a lot more compact in a lot of redstone stuff. These things really help. Before we had to use quite a lot of sort of resources in a very sort of small area to try and get a bud switch to work. But some of you might have no idea what a bud switch is. A bud switch, firstly, has a funny name. The reason why it has a funny name, like all the other ones, there's always a reason behind it. The bud switch stands for Block Update Detection Switch. Block Update Detection Switch. And basically what that means is that this here is always searching for blocks nearby this piston. Okay, I'm sure you've come across situations where you've accidentally used a bud switch and not even known it. For example, if you're in a survivor world, for example, and you come across like a pool of water, have you ever seen it where the water isn't flowing, but it should flow off the edge of this hill, but it's not, it's just sitting there, and then when you place a block by it, the water then flows? Well, basically, that's sort of a naturally generated bud switch in a very strange way, but obviously you can only use it once. It does happen now and again on newly generated terrain.